who's a pretty good player on the SCG circuit, played a Temur Drake's list that he top 16 with. I think he had a play-in in with, but basically his list wasn't running Enigma Drakes, only had 21 lands and had some Hydroid Crassuses in it, which in my eyes made all of your good matches a little bit worse because you're like messing with your mana base a bit. Or sorry, a little bit better. Because Crassus is good versus like Sultai and Esper and things like that. But it made all of your bad matches a little bit worse, and I wasn't really into the Crassus for that reason, but Marcus told me to try this card, so I figured, hey, Temur Battle Rage and Standard, I'll give it a try. Basically, I was just wanting to try Drake list with this card. On a positive note is this card does double as a kill spell versus other Drake decks and other mono blue decks, which is why I moved one Lava Coil to the sideboard and cut a Beacon Boat altogether. But yeah, I figured we'd give it a try. We also have some enchantment removal this time, which is kind of cool. So like we can bring this in versus Nexus. Similar to the last build of Drakes I played, that was blue-red. I still have no negates. I don't really know how to work them in because I think the strokes are pretty good versus Sultai, and Sultai did well at the recent PPTQ. But I really want negates in the 75 somewhere. No idea where to get them. No idea at all where to get them. But we cut to maximize velocity. The card wasn't performing at all. Like the idea behind it, and maybe I need to give it more games, but I didn't really, wasn't really loving it. Wish I could move these over into the 2-drop area. I do think not having the 4th Lava Coil main is going to make me a little sad versus Wildgrowth Walker decks, but hopefully we'll avoid them a little bit. Also removed one Entrancing Melodies out of the side. That's probably a mistake because I'm liking it more and more in Mirrors and versus Mono Blue because it kills, or it steals Sally so easily. But I'd got to the point where I was only sideboarding one copy in versus Wild Growth, and I wanted to make a little bit of room for the canopies and for one more cannonade because White Weenie also did so well at the recent Star City. So that's the reasoning behind that, though I'm not actually sure how sound it is. Well, queue's taking longer than I would have expected. This hand's perfectly reasonable. Based on what they play, will make me decide whether we're doing breeding pool things or not. And I believe we will not shock since we see a mountain. Though, anytime I see a mountain like that, I just assume it's Drake's. Or it could be the mid-range red-black deck. It could actually be a hard match. I'm not sure. I don't know what we're playing. I have not memorized Jody's list. This could be it, or it just could be a brew. Let's go look. Yeah, it's not Jody's list. It's kind of weird. We just got shocked and then the stage lit up. So is it Black Red Burn? think I'll keep that. Since we drew another Drake, it's pretty easy for us just to play this. These are the type of matches that I said I think the mana base is going to hurt us with. As you can see, we drew 2 additional shocklands. This would be an island normally, this would be a mountain normally, so... see what they have. Apparently they have a lot of lands. Okay. That's interesting. I want to try to hit some lands here. Be pretty disappointed if I don't. Well, we drew a bunch of them. Can't win next turn. Can make them pump some resources into killing our Drake, though. Think I would block here. And because I don't want this just to die to... Alright, I'll make you waste another spell here. Oh. They don't have another spell? That's not good for them. It's like actively bad for them. Yeah. Huh. Wait, what was that? Oh, okay. Skewer. Think I can attack for 5 here? So we make the exact same play we had before, except now we have another dive down. Drawing off 3 dive downs is pretty useful. Probably bring in negates if I had them. Another type of match that I'd want them. Alright, opponent's conceded. It's not letting me scroll. This seems reasonable here. this seems reasonable here. Don't think this is good enough to bring in just to beat Experimental Frenzy, but maybe that's wrong. And based on what build they're playing, cannonades vary from bad to good. Long story short, we never want this card in this spot. So we're going to bring like a 4-drop. We're going to bring in one of you. Kind of want a second one, but I'm not sure what I would take out for a second one. I found this match to be incredibly hard. We just ran really hot that game. They had a bad draw. We had a bunch of X4s. This is why this match is kind of bad. Can't really mulligan here, but if they just get off to a quick start, obviously we do nothing. Well, they didn't get off to a quick start yet. Discarded a lot up the stage. That's wild to me. That card's insane. Guess I'd rather have you than a blind card. It's a good one. I wonder if I'm ever supposed to sideboard out Sally's in this match. For the simple fact that we saw carnivals. I think there's a good chance that that could be an accurate statement. Arclight Phoenixes. Probably could have guessed that. They don't have a great attack now. JK. Attack is much better than I expected. Or maybe with our life this low and them already discarding a lot up the stage, they can just beat us from here? Well, let's hope not. Down to 10, so we don't have long. That's the 4th card in our graveyard, so next turn we can make a 5/5. See if this resolves or not. Oh, I guess we're trying to block. They played a land before the frenzy. It's almost always wrong, but it's probably going to pay off here. Alright. Well, let's just put them on a quick clock. Takes 3. And hopefully they can't. They have 6 mana. Hopefully they can't kill us through 1 blocker with that. They have like another frenzy on top, they won't be able to. If they have an active treason, they could. Active treason is a card that these red decks have been playing. Maybe I should have only attacked with one. I kind of forgot about Arclight Phoenix for a second. Guess for Arclight Phoenix to do damage, Sally has to be dead though. Okay, that card does nothing. I mean, it doesn't do it doesn't do nothing. It definitely loots, which could potentially get them another Phoenix. But it leaves them with 4 mana to cast 3 spells. That does nothing. Nothing in terms of killing us. Possibly in terms of getting them another turn. So they have 1 card left. We're just not blocking then. Alright, well, we beat a red deck. We had incredible draws, though. We had triple dive down game 2, or game 1, double dive down game 2. I've been toying with adding the 4th dive down to the deck. I'm not necessarily sure it's bad. Alright, well, we're going to keep this, even though the mana is like pretty clearly awkward. Might be a mirror. Just going to keep developing our lands then because of spell pierces and things. Alright, well, neither of you are lands, so you're both going to the graveyard. Could just be Temur Reclamation, I guess. I'll start with you. They're getting pretty punished land-wise this game, but we're casting our spells. Just a little bit behind on them all. Good chance they have a counter spell and or a removal spell either way, not super concerned. We have 4 things in our graveyard so far. Basically, we're hoping to draw a Spell Pierce and hoping to dodge Reclamation. It's not very likely if they have double Growth Spiral both with a land. Try our Crushing Canopy sideboard tech though, that's pretty sweet. We'll probably leave the collisions in our deck too because they can kill Niv Mizzet. Or get a sneaky kill that they're not prepared for. Well, they shocked, which means they're almost for sure Nexusing. But they're down to 2 cards. They're a while away from flipping the search. They're only at 8 permanents. I think there's an above average chance we get another turn. Don't think that other turn's going to be enough to win the majority of games. But who knows? Surprised they didn't shock there. They must have already drawn Nexus. Because if they shocked there, they would have had a chance to Chemister's Insight into a Nexus. Now they can't do that, they just have to have the Nexus. Okay. Well, now they get to flip the Search for Azcanta, and this game's as good as over. Guess we'll leave up our only protective spell, just in case. They didn't buy back the Chemist's Insights. That means they want both cards that are in their hand. It's probably game. They let us have another draw. I guess we'll start with this. They're targeting our Crackling Drake. I don't think we can get another turn. But we'll try. Precog main phase. I really think we can just concede here. If I wasn't streaming, I definitely would. I tend to play games longer than I think I should when I'm streaming, just for the stream. Alright, we actually can't beat that, so it's fine to concede now. Alright, so what do we want in a match like this? We want these. We want these. We don't want these. Kind of want Niv Mizzets too. Treasure map may not be good here. Let's shave one of those though. Alright, well we gotta be a little bit faster and we gotta draw some of our Spell Pierce, Crushing Canopy, Disdainful Stroke cards. We probably need at least 2 of them. Mulligan. If our land come into play untapped, I would have kept that. I think this is the best hand we've had so far. I'm actually going to keep that. Gives us 3 chances instead of just 2 to find a red. And if we miss, then we have this as backup anyway. Do we really want to play this on 3? Oh, you guys are not lands. It sucks if this gets lava killed, but we can't wait till turn 4 because of wilderness. So we're kind of hoping to fade one turn. It's not asking a lot, just one turn. They shocked. Okay. Could mean that they're getting ready to play another. Another growth thingy. Growth spiral. Ouch. Well, we're going to hold up Spell Pierce mana. Even though it doesn't do a lot. It's easy for them to have land 6 now. Alright, well, gotta find a Crushing Canopy. Alright, well, let's start with this. Sucks that we had to get rid of that stroke earlier to find our land. Did mulligan to 5 though. Think you're better than one random card. This is the second match. We mulligan to 5 this game, so not great. Just can't find our lands either. We've cast a Charter Course, an Opt, and 2 Discoveries, and we're still just struggling to find lands. I don't know why I kept the Spell Pierce up there. They don't have any. If I played, oh, so they have something else too? This is not good. Oh, never mind. They have an Arch. I didn't see the Arch. It's usually a 1 to 2 of. Yeah, Spell Pierce doesn't do anything anymore though, so it's kind of like a dead card. Just have to fade a little bit, but it's kind of impossible to fade now when they have double Wilderness plus Search plus Arch. Alright, we'll just move on. I don't think they can actually miss now. I mean, it's just not worth the risk. Want want. Didn't draw our Crushing Canopy. We had to get rid of our Disdainful Stroke due to land issues. And because we had to get rid of our Disdainful Stroke, we lost our Spell Pierce. But, kind of sucks. Hopefully the rest of the games will go a little better. Seems like a hard match anyway. Hey, Venom 1, he's a very solid player. And again, we're no lands. Okay, we'll certainly keep that. is currently 2-0. Usually plays not run-of-the-mill things. Oh, why we're taking so long here. Could spell pierce this, but that's fine. I mean, it sucks really bad when we've mulliganed to get spell pierce like that, but not like we have a lot of options. Hopefully we'll draw some crackling drakes. More lands than spells when we mulliganed. I don't know why, but it always tilts me like when I have to mulligan because I don't have lands and then I just can't get spells the next game. It has no right to tilt me, but it does. It's just part of Magic. So we get to bring in these, this, and this. Might not bring in the Rouse. 8 cards that I want to bring in? What do I want to take out? He's shocked. It means they have a dive down. I guess I'm wrong. So I draw a land, I can play and pump in a turn. And I'm gonna like maximize velocity. We were trying that card the other day. It wasn't good enough for us, but we're also not drawing great. Oof. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Guess I'm just gonna play this one. I don't know if that's right. I played 4 ops now. Yeah, somehow have less lands. It's actually kind of impressive. Alright. One removal spell per turn. We'll keep the doctor away. Just a steam vent. Alright, well. We get to make a 5/5 this turn. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd rather make the 5/5 because it takes double removal spell. Or if they just have entrancing melodies, I cry, but. Alright, we'll leave multiple blockers back. And hope that we're not dead. Though obviously I assume we're going to get lava coiled. Might even get dive downed. Nope. They still have 6 cards. Stop playing Drakes every turn. They're 10 cards deeper in their deck. Oh no, not a Pateramancer too. Did they forget about the maximized velocity, or is their hand just so good that it doesn't matter? I'm not actually sure. So they like their hand's so good it doesn't really matter. Well, we're not dead on board. We're just basically dead on board. Now we're dead on board. Yeah, so cards that I know that I want. I want you. 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 And I want you. Potentially. Cards that I know I don't want. Don't really want you 6. That's the simplest part. Getting these Rowls in the deck are a little bit harder. I think I'm just not going to play them. Would bring the gates in if I had those, I think. Yep, get to Mulligan again. Thanks, Lands. Appreciate that. We'll keep that. There's a good chance I shouldn't have kept that. Hey, who cares what's up? Because we already had one in our hand. But he spell pierced the one we cast last game, so I thought there might be a decent chance that they're going to spell pierce one this game. I don't have growth spiral. Oh, I just want both of those. The crushing canopy out of the sideboard and collision colossus is what my green splash is for. Collision colossus does not fight. It's not that one. I'm playing the pump spell that also kills flyers. Not worried about protecting this because we have a backup friend. I put the onus on them to have the lava coil. If they do have it, there's a chance we draw a red source. We have the same amount of red sources as the old version. Went straight to their combat. I wonder if that was a mistake. It was. Thought we were about to get away with one. We did not. If we don't hit the land, we're back behind. Don't really know how we win if we get rid of all of our threats. We also don't have a removal spell though. Tilt. I don't think Deafening Clarion is particularly good in the mirror or versus the mono blue deck though, and that's kind of what my concern was. Casually, I played 2 discoveries and an opt, and I've missed my lands. I just lose the game if I don't hit my land here. They're going to keep playing threats forever. Alright, you got me. This is how we lost game 1 too. Well, not really. This is how we lost last round. Game 1 we didn't draw spells. I like the idea of Temur Battle Rage too, though. Temur Battle Rage is pretty sweet. That's almost what Collision is in this deck. I think they're going to have a Spell Pierce here. I think they're going to have a Dive Down and a Spell Pierce, but I still have to block. Actually, just going to try to save mine. I want to use my mana next turn anyway. Don't really care if they have a Spell Pierce. So they definitely have a Dive Down. Our Venom paused way too long there. Well, I need both of these. Go ahead and kill that before they can untap. Our deck's kind of doing what it was supposed to do. We've just mulliganed both games and had pretty bad draws both games, so. And it's not the green sources, because each of these green sources would have been an island. Wonder if it's ever worth me. It's probably worth it for me to chart first, since I'm going to chart this turn anyway. Because if I hit an entrancing melody, we get that. Alright, well, we didn't. Another Drake is pretty nice, but they have to be loaded up with removal from here. They shocked, so that means it's Niv Mizzet. We have answers for Niv Mizzet. Oh no. They have mass manipulation. Wouldn't have expected that. Alright, well, I guess I'd rather have my 7-4. Well, if I take this, I can play this too. Still a lot of mana for a match that I think somebody usually runs away with, especially considering we have Spell Pierces and Dive Downs in our deck. I don't think they'll block, but might as well find out. In Gates, it's a lot different though. You have a million mana and you're not playing a single game that doesn't have a million mana. I just don't think these decks come to where we have a million mana very often. It's not, so I'm not objective to the card, it's just odd to me in this particular match. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They can't have more than one, can they? They have more than one, I'm just dead. Didn't have dive down last turn. I'm going to assume they don't have it this turn. Not sure what Siren Song is. They hit 2 Niv Mizzets when I've not hit a single one. That's frustrating. Also didn't have another red source until right now. Though I did bin a red source earlier had I drawn one. Alright, well, I think the one card in their hand's a dead card, so hopefully they don't draw anything good this turn. If they don't, they'll be in blocking duty. If they're in blocking duty, I'm fine with that. Seem to be drawing better than them. I think I'd rather just attack here. This is kind of interesting. So, they're at 3. What could make this bad? they could draw Shivan Fire. So I guess I respect the Shivan Fire. Oh, blue, and X. Wait, that's the card I'm playing. That's Entrancing Melodies, right? That's the one that I'm using. Or, guess I can do this. Doesn't find it. Maybe there's another one. I'm not sure. I feel like I outdrew him pretty significantly that game. I think I kind of want these now, but I never want this to get mass manipulated, so... Well, I'm sure that they have the mass manipulation for different matches. They just happen to also... He is also bringing it in here. I don't think it's specifically for this match. The Row is a wonderful way to kill Niv Mizzet, but I've already got 3 hard answers to Niv Mizzet. I don't think I need just another one. Maybe I should bring in the Spell Pierce. I'm not going to. I'm just going to run it back like this to see what happens. Hopefully we'll get to keep a 7 this time. Well, it's not good, but we do get to keep a 7. It's probably weaker than both of the 6s we just had. That's damaging. We don't really have a good answer to that. I messed up, by the way. I forgot to bring in, or I forgot to put Shivan Fires in my sideboard. I'm just now realizing that I forgot Shivan Fire in my sideboard. Shoot. Normally always have Shivan Fire. Well, I'm going to try to block. I'm actually even going to try to shock and block. I'll opt at end of turn if it goes poorly. But they are clearly getting to the flip part of that much quicker than us, so they already have 4. It's going to be hard for us to beat that. The wrong draw to combat it. I just don't think I can keep that. So if they have a land, they can go ahead and flip. So this is bad versus dive down, but I think I'm far enough behind that I'm going to risk it. We suck versus dive down anyway, because dive down would protect the 5/5 next turn, so getting it out of their hands, not the greatest thing in the world, but might be the greatest thing we can do. And they might not have had it. There's always the chance that they didn't have it. Isn't good for us. Make them spend their mana next turn as well. I think I messed up there. I think I was supposed to get rid of the opt and save the other land next time. I could have played the Crackling Drake with a dive down. Alright, well, we really need to get a land. Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. We play around second dive down. Do we try to hit a land? I don't know what we do here. So many things just beat us here. Alright, well, I'm going to play heirs. It's probably going to die. But if it dies, maybe the Crackling Drake will survive. Yeah. Assumed it was going to die. Are they not pumping that? Okay. I was going to say, if they're not pumping that, that's good for us. Untap land one time. Not an untap land. I think I punted this game when I discarded that land. I think we were looking really good to win it. They are playing multiple mass manipulations. Not sure we have an out now unless we draw exactly Colossus. We didn't. And we didn't draw a random chump blocker either. Well, that sucks. Cause we had the cards to win this game. I definitely just punted it. Discarding this land instead of the opt cost me this game, I think. I think if I just keep this land, we probably easily won that game. Those are the rough ones to lose. The ones that you think it was, the ones that I think it was like my fault. And I said it basically as soon as I did it. I will keep. Yes, I'm going to discard that. Mainly I just want lands. A running theme that I just want lands. And as people can see, I'm never allowed to have my lands. Guess I'm going to get rid of this. There's a chance that we can flip Sally before we play Enigma Drake. This is starting to get tilting. We'll go ahead and play this. I don't care if they kill it because we have a second threat. If I didn't have a second threat, I'd never play it. Only running 21. I don't think we need 23. Not with 12 cantrip type cards to help us find additional lands. Could be wrong. Definitely feel like I want an extra one in post-board games. Like games that I'm bringing Niv Mizzet in, but I generally expect all of those games to go super long. think I'm going to play Terry here. Or Sally, rather. It's fine. I am going to try to kill it with some shocks. And there's a good chance they protect it, and then we just lava coil it and kill them. So painting by numbers, but we didn't do anything special. Can't believe I forgot my Shivan Fires in my sideboard. I'm a bit frustrated about not having my Shivan Fires. I like Shivan Fire because they're a card that can kill Sally early, which is actually a relevant thing, and while also being able to kill a Drake later. I wonder how to rebuild this sideboard. Probably have to at least cut the cannonade. Can't keep this hand. Alright, we keep. Actually, going to keep that too. Well, I was going to shock for a turn 1 Sally, but since they're showing Mountain, I'm not going to. That could just be a sweet bluff by them. And I may have still just played into it if I didn't have the discovery. So they're clearly in the search of lands. I definitely want that. I don't want that. Hmm. Still just going to play this. Don't have a dive down yet anyway, and I have another threat. So as long as I have another threat, I typically don't mind to play out into a removal. Kind of hoping they don't have it, because I'd really like to draw 2 off the chart, but it is what it is. I've actually changed my mind. I was going to play Sally this turn, and now I've changed my mind. That's a weird card to have in their deck. Since I changed my mind, it made the land that I played look kind of silly. Don't really care if they kill it while as long as I have another threat. They can't protect that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's actually neater than I thought it was. Stops the hexproof. Makes our dive downs worse. They shocked. That's not good for me. Don't know what that means, but I'll go ahead and tell you it means not good for me. We don't draw our new visits very well. Just gonna run it back. Don't like how I played that game. I don't think I can keep that. Alright. And it's keepable. Guess I'm gonna keep that too. Feels like a waste. But it's another game we mulliganed, and they didn't, so not good for us. Well, basically, I can't beat them in a fair game. I'm just trying to run them down now, which isn't very likely. Yeah, they have it. Oh, they didn't have it. Probably the worst card in their deck in this spot. I should attack first. Let's see if they're going to spell pierce or dive down. Oh, we're just going to opt. Nice. They put on bottom. Dece. Guess I missed a point of damage, but who knows. What they could have had, rather. I don't know what we need to draw to actually win this game. They put both cards on top. Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. Both cards on top's not good for us. Need to land here? Well, that's not exactly what I meant. I have 4 in our graveyard. That wasn't what I meant. Of course. Why would you not have that? So we can attack with the Enigma Drake and kill the Niv Mizzet if they block. I think that's worth it. Can we attack with both? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, this is fine. We can just attack with both here. There's nothing they can do. I mean, there's things they can do. They're going to get to draw an extra card here. They're going to have 3 cards. But we get to kill Niv Mizzet for a fairly cheap price. It actually saved my guy here, too. I think saving my guy and having 2 lethal threats next turn's worth it. The max I can do is this to 6, and I can pump it to a 7. I like having 2 lethal threats. Because when I have 2 lethal threats, that stops them from having like a Niv Mizzet next turn. They have to do 2 things. And if they do 2 things, then we still have a Crackling Drake. Alright, well that's one thing. Do you have the second? Okay, you had the second, the Beacon Bolt. So, first of all, we can just try to find a card and win the game. That's not it. That is it. Yes. We had a lot of wins there. We could have found a Collision, we could have found a Lava Coil, we could have found a Crushing Vines. So we had a lot of wins. What have our 3 matches been so far? So this guy was playing the red, black stuff. What was this guy playing? Oh, the Temur Reclamation deck, and then 2, is it Drake decks? Or 3 and 3 versus is it Drake? So this is the match that decides whether we get our entry back or not. I apologize if there's noise in the background. Apparently, I have just streamed. I hit the achievement for streaming for 1,000 hours. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we can keep this. Esper is not a match we can actually beat. That's disappointing. Is Esper mid range? We have a chance. Well, let's start with this. Hopefully, we can find our land. We certainly can't beat Esper when we draw 3 removal spells in our opening hand. And miss our land drops, of course. Guess they knew we were mana screwed. Always fun. Assume this gets counterspelled. If I'd had an extra blue, I would have tried to Spell Pierce and save that. But since we don't have an extra blue, they could just play Teferi, do Teferi things, so I don't think it's worth it. More worried about them resolving Teferi than anything else. We'll not try to protect this, don't care. Yeah, it's just way too easy for them to untap and have Teferi and win the game. Hopefully they don't have Spell Pierce. It's not a card they should play under any circumstance, so. Well, we have a dive down here. We have a fairly reasonable attack next turn as well. So this is +5, +6, 7. We attack for 13. That wouldn't be good enough. Whatever, I'll try to protect it. Assume that it's going to get counterspelled. Assume this is going to get Teferied or something. This is the second Drake's League in a row that I got my worst match in the last round. This isn't actually my worst match. Oh, that's kind of neat. I can do things with my cards now. Such an odd card to have in your main deck. That's such an odd card to have in your main deck. Kinda hope they play another. We can keep beating that card. Can't beat Kazraf, can't beat Teferi, but we can beat that card. Play another friend. Oh, this is Teferi. Don't play Teferi. I can't beat Teferi. Oh. I might be able to beat that. If you don't play Kazraf. Hey, Boot, what's up? Oh, yeah. Last round for the cash. We got paired versus our worst match. It's excelente for us. Goodbye. We'll miss you. They played this bad card. Getting smashed. Oh yeah, it is. It's just not remotely winnable. We also struggled to find lands for a long time this game. And after we did, it was far too late. Dive down, please. I'm gonna keep playing them. This one can kill you in one hit. I was trying to maximize velocity the other day for this match, but it didn't seem like it was good enough. Ooh, I hope this one resolves. I like drawing cards. No, don't counterspell this one. That's your third absorb in your top 20 cards. Yeah, I think velocity's still pretty good. I don't think this deck's popular enough to warrant it. But I think the card itself's pretty good. So we could bring these in if we want. I'm probably not going to. Definitely going to bring these in. 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 Cards that I'm 100% getting rid of are these. Probably getting rid of these. Do I want this card? They've already showed me Lyra. So this can kill Lyra, or it can kill a Search for Azcanta. Could be just better than Collision, but Collision can deal damage. Oh, maybe I want one more of these. I think Thief's good versus me. I don't sideboard Thief in this match. One of each, because I don't know. Nah. Just 2 Crushing Vines have to be right. Like, we're a big fatty flyer deck. If Thief is going to do anything versus us, it's a game we were going to lose anyway, I think. Maybe that's wrong. Yeah, my build has, I think, 12 spot removal, and then it's got Teferis and Kai's Rafts on top of that. And then it's got Lyras, which are kind of spot removal. If we wanted to beat cards like this, we'd have to be Grixis, I think, for discard spells. Sorry, I said cards like this, but I meant decks like this. If we wanted to beat decks like this, I think we would have to have our Grixis spells. I'm just going to put all of these on top. Well, I'm not going to put you on top. I guess I'm not going to put you on top either. Crap, I wish I'd put one on top now. If I'd had two blue, I would have just put them both on top. Don't you dare fault erasure me. Don't you dare tap that black. Stop it. Untap it. Daggered. Alright. Don't play a land. You can do it. Don't play a land. Do I want to lose the game? I'm just not going to play around it because I don't think we can beat it if they have it. And they've played coming to play tap land every turn this game anyway. So they'd have to top deck exactly Hallowed Fountain. Or Godless Shrine. Alright. Let's do this deck. That is not what I wanted. When I said let's do this deck, I meant let's draw a Disdainful Stroke or a Spell Pierce. Not draw this card that's not going to do anything. Yeah. Right on time, Spell Pierce. Right on time, Spell Pierce. The Spell Pierce was a good draw. Alright, well, this game's over. Like I said, Esper's not remotely beatable, even when they have a bad draw. Why'd they shock? Oh, yeah. Guess to pay for a Spell Pierce when they absorb. I'll look at another draw step. Maybe we can draw Niv Mizzet and not have blue mana to protect it? You think that'll do it? Done with you, deck. Well, boo. Wah, 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 wah. Well, it's time to play our nightly one game of Esper before we log off. The screen should have went black while I pull up Arena. I'm going to play my nightly one game of Esper. So close, but so far. Maybe we can end on a win? I'm not going to change the title for one game. Alright, well, we have lands. We'll keep. We have no removal spells, so when this turns out to be mono blue, we just lose. Ooh. A fair match. Guess I'm going to take this for later. I could keep that. They're going to resolve at least one creature, right? Sure, I'll keep that. That's right, I'm wild. I just want the clock slowed as much as possible. They shocked here. They're wanting to hold up the Vraska's Contempt that badly? It's fine with me. I don't even have a Teferi. Guess because of Vivian, I'm willing to play that. Get the Contempt out of their hand. I don't need you. Still have a Negatorino. I'm going to save the Kaiserrath, I think, just in case they're on a Carnage Tyrant build. Which means I'm going to get rid of one of these Contempts. Maybe they're sandbagging a Krasis. Nope. Alright, well, we'll keep that. This is a good one to keep. I don't know about you, Boot. Yes. You have successfully cast a Land War Elf on turn 14. Our opponent is flooded extremely badly this game. Extremely badly. It's hard for our opponent to compete when they have no spells, so can't really hold that against them. The match is favored for Esper, I think, but it's typically a lot harder like that. Sorry, I got distracted off screen. Anyway, versus Sultai, you don't really do anything special when you sideboard. You take out some of these bad cards like Warrant, you take out some bad moments of Craving. What do we want in this build of it? We want our Thief of Sanities, and we want our Cast Down. That's pretty much it. If I had Hostage Takers, I would bring them in. If I had Eldest Reborn, I'd bring them in, but we don't. It's slightly distracted off screen. I hope I didn't misclick anything there. It's not a great hand, but it's certainly a keep. Should have 3 really good spells. I wonder which one they're taking. Answered that question. Shockland would have been nice to draw. Well, this sucks. Guess I'll discard one of those. Well, they hit their land first. They're not really casting anything, though, which is confusing. I don't really care about that. Don't care about the contempt. At the moment, I just care about trying to hit more lands. Yay! That's what you call doing it. How many cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't care if they protect this. Don't care if they sneak something through with an absorb. We have a million different types of counter spells. I said counter spells, but I meant types of removal spells. What does our opponent have? Our opponent's just like refusing to play things? Guess I'm gonna counterspell this. This counterspell is bad. I should have used a Mortify. That was a terrible play. I should have played Mortify there. That was pretty horrendous. I am a trash can of a Magic player. I'm not going to protect it. Don't care about that. Huh. Guess we pass here? They drew every counter spell in the deck or something that they have. I assume they're going to negate here. I don't really care. They're going to get one card out of it, then we're going to contempt it, then we're going to untap and main phase precog. Main phase precogs are the best precogs, obviously. Oh, JK. I have to tap 2 blue, I'm not smart. There we go. That's 2 blue. I don't want any of these. I kind of want the land. Kind of want the contempt too. The only other cards I really want right now are fault erasures. That's mostly because of the current board state. That's fine. Don't care about you. Got 2 more lands. That's not good for us. Like how I tapped all my blue sources. Didn't even let us bluff something there. Figured they'd buy back to Crassus that turn. Makes me think they have another Crassus. Oh wait, they can't. I contempt, or no, I did not contempt it. They just don't care about it. Well, we now know we're saving our Kai's rafts. I think we're gonna lose this game. Unless we draw fault erasures and soon. They're attacking me. I don't care about Teferi. Now they're attacking Teferi. I will attempt to save you, young Teferi. Should have cast Mortify, by the way, this turn. It's the second time I should have played Mortify and I didn't. So they have the answer. We know they have the answer. We can see it. We've gone through 2 insights already. Yeah, this isn't a game we're likely to win. What do we have to draw to win this game? Thief of Sanity, ain't it? We'll play it though. It forces them to use the contempt, basically. Well, we've about random out of relevant cards. They still have the Memorial to Folly and a Hydroid Crassus, but maybe we can draw a Fault Erasure. That's not a Fault Erasure. So they can certainly kill this turn. We know they have at minimum the Plague Crafter. Getting the Plague Crafter back, one more Carnage Tyrant they can't get back though. Which isn't nothing. They have a second Folly, that sucks for us. That sucks for us too. That was a nice timing on that one. Get an extra turn if we do it like this. If we taken 7, that turned down to 12, he would have been lethal on the following turn. Alright, one chance to draw Kyle's Wrath. That's not good. We're probably going to kill Teferi and get a Crassus back this turn. So that doesn't give us very many options. It Lux. It is the second Folly though. They have played 2 fines. If we draw Kaya's Wrath, we're not as far out of this game as it would appear. The land, however, is not what we need. Anything to change from the play to the draw? Not really. Could potentially bring in another get in the gate versus that specific build. Nah, I don't think so. I think we just have to be a little faster out the gate. If you notice, all 3 games we've had no actual duels. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. It looks pretty insane, but we don't actually have the right lands. And I think, like I said, I think versus their build, I need a faster out the gate. Well, this is a faster out the gate, assuming we draw blue mana in 2 turns. We just scribed that to the bottom. Yeah, deck, you can do it. Land us. Nope. The 3rd blue card in a row. Alright, deck. Blue land us and we have a chance to win this game. If you don't blue land us, the game's over. Add those 3 lands on our opening hand. Alright, so your Sanders a chance. He boarded back in some number of cast downs just for our fiefs. I don't know why, but that feels a little loose. They hit a land. They'll have a contempt now, or something, because they certainly don't have lands, so. Well, they hit land off the top. They basically had to have land off the top. Well, not, they didn't have to have land per se off the top, but us missing our blue land for like 4 turns or whatever sealed this game. I don't know why they didn't keep that. I hate that, by the way, how I hit auto pass and it wouldn't. Need to counterspell that. Not necessarily because I want to counterspell it, but because it gives a 2-turn clock, and I need to like try to force them to carnage if we can. Well, of course. Well, this sucks. Really don't feel like we got to make many decisions in game 2 and 3. We're just hampered by lands basically the entire games. None of you help at this point. You do either. Alright, well. We're about out of resources. If they drew a counter spell, I'll be super sad. Maybe saying there's a small chance, assuming their last card's not great. Looks like it's a contempt. Alright, whatever. This is the best card. Not a contempt, but it does the same thing. It kills our thing. And that's game. Oh well. I think we really got to play the post-board games very much. But it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to play one more just because of our daily. Don't care too much that we lost. Just didn't feel like we were playing. Didn't have a shock land and 3 opening hands, stuff like that. Didn't draw a blue forever in game 3. Mulliganed. Think we mulliganed game 2, but I won't swear to that. See, it's another one of these hands. We finally have a shock land, but we can't mulligan this. We just have to hope to hit the blue. If we hit the blue, we'll likely win. If we don't, we won't. Oh, their hand's insane. Let's start working the problem. Take the hardest one for us to deal with. Sure. Not going to keep that. I'm going to play this even though it's not a tap land, because next turn I can play Search for Azcanta and Absorb if I draw a blue land. Hey Boot, what's up? You've been quiet, my friend. I'll hold on to the wrath as long as we can. Well. Graveyard. Leave them both our blue so we can counterspell the finality now. Doing laundry. What was that game you and your wife and friends were playing the other day? I noticed it, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I think I'm going to go ahead and counterspell that. No, I'm not. I don't know, it's a 4. Armello. Yeah, what's that game about? The main reason I'm absorbing that is because it lets us flip to search for Ascanta for sure. Wow, they drew another Crassus? I don't know how I beat this. Yeah, I guess what we're doing is fine, but... So let's just Chemist's Insight and Absorb if we want. It's a board game similar to Game of Thrones. I don't know, it's gonna be hard. Like, all of these cards are almost must win cards. And we're gonna have some resources to beat the return of the max. The Carnage Tyrants were the max. Because you know the Carnage Tyrants are coming back. Alright, they're done. I don't know why they gave up. I don't think they get a much better draw than what they had versus us, so I'm confused. That's weird. They had two super powerful cards in their hand. We showed no kill condition yet. And they had, you have to assume they have Memorial to Follies, right? To start bringing those Carnage Tyrants back? Like, do they really have a better game post-board? Oh, I want this too. Why am I brain farting on what I sideboard out right now? Oh, I don't bring in the duresses. That's why I was brain farting. I clicked the duresses in when I meant to originally click the cast downs in. I don't know. If I have Carnage Tyrants and Memorials in my deck, I'm never conceding. I'm making them show me that many Kai's drafts. Maybe that means they don't have Memorial. That's a negate. Don't think I cared that it's a negate. Guess it's good I didn't care. They were going to get one anyway. I meant to put that in the graveyard. I clicked the wrong button. That was a pure accident. I meant to put that in the graveyard. I would keep it if I had an additional land, but where I don't have an additional land, I definitely meant to dump. Hopefully this doesn't bite us. Because this looks like a winnable game. Might come back to be useful. Gave up on what, Ace? And I played a full league. Ended up going 2-3. I lost Temur Reclamation, which I just do not think is a very good match for Drakes. I lost to Esper Control, another match that I don't think is particularly good for Drakes. And I lost one Mirish type match. I don't know. This game's not going particularly well. It's also not going horrendously. They follow that up with a, what you call it, a Carnage Tyrant, though we're obviously in super bad shape. And we know they're playing Carnage Tyrants. It lets us flip search for Ascanta. Yeah, I mean, we beat Amir too. Oh, that was the Carnage Tyrant. Transformerino. Well, what lands are you trying to tap? I can't see. I guess I'll tap on myself then. Kaio's Wrath or we're dead. Those are not Kaio's Wrath. We'll look at their hand, I guess. Maybe we'll get some information. Yeah, I had two crushing canopies in my sideboard as well. I forgot to put Shivan Fires in my sideboard though, and that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I'm not going to mulligan it. I'm certainly not going to be happy about it. No, I don't really play any Steam games. I probably should. I don't really play any games that isn't on stream. I'll occasionally play, like, do my daily or something off stream, but that's about it. Uh-oh. Our opponent's going to realize that our hand's unplayable. Guess you're better. That way I can have 4 black on 4 for some, or sorry, 2 black on 4 for some reason I need it. Certainly probably not going to go well though. That's not good for us. That was a mistake. Should have held up Contempt. In case they had another Jade Light Ranger or something. Double black? It's odd. Oh yeah, nobody cares. Guess I should save the cast down for the Reaper. Eh. Have the Contempt for a Reaper. It's gonna save my life total. Teferi would be a good draw. They're holding up a counterspell? They think Reaper's good enough to hold up a counterspell for? But they were playing something that couldn't be spell pierced. No, it's definitely a counterspell. It was slightly wasteful, but just want all my mana. Boo! They hit a second Vivian. Well, at least we know we're going to hit them with this Thief of Sanity. Suck it, Chupacabra. How you like them apples? Give us a negate, friend. We'd also accept a duress. Alright, well, we'll take the only thing we got. Ooh. Well, if there was ever a time we wanted that card, I think that's now. Too bad our poor Thief of Sanity is about to bite the big one. And we only have one more Contempt in our deck, so us killing this Vivian Reed is not going to be trivial. Oh. That was so much better for us. Gosh, that was so much better for us. I have all sorts of cool removal spells for that thing. Definitely don't want you. I guess I don't want you. Probably need to keep the Kaya's Wrath. I really just want to hit like a Mortify. Alright, I'll keep the Kaya's Wrath. Oh, wow, that was so horrible. I didn't know it was possible to hit that bad. They didn't even pretend to care. That means they had to draw a negate, right? You're not gonna block. Yeah, they had to draw a negate. Well, this game's over. Oh, and they hit a Carnage Tyrant. And we're at 2 life. That was 5 out of our top 7 cards lands. We did my daily though, so it means I can log out. We'll open our pack. Ooh. Well, that wasn't good. We got smashed 2 pretty quick games in a row. I can probably delete some of these older decks by now. Wonder what I don't own from these. I really only own 1 Katana's Climb? Oh, I'm missing a lot from this deck. Oh, no, I guess I'm just missing 1 Seraph. Um, I can probably delete most of those old decks now. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Been live a little over 2 hours. Played a couple bonus games with Esper. And we played 1 league with, is it Drake's? Didn't do very well tonight. We went 2-5 overall. But it's fine. My poor rating. Could play a draft. But nah, I'm going to get some fried chicken and go to bed. Take care, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I'll obviously be back sometime tomorrow. Probably not George, cause it's draft. 3rd Friday's always draft. And I am not going to draft. I don't know. I might draft. No, I probably won't draft because I think I'm going to Cav on Saturday. But anyway, take care, everybody. Thanks for watching.